that nigga, I won't never change. Rubbing off the pain, smoking dank. Got a Uzi in my lap, I let it bang. Free Latte, no, he keep a K, but he not take K up the chop and let it blow. Watch this bitch eat his face, I'm that nigga. And all my young niggas pulling triggers, we gorillas. We let this bitch off until you feel us. For you niggas, that's always on IG with them yiggies, taking pictures. Is you really gonna use them or you just loafing for them bitches? You niggas really hoes and you be acting like these bitches. You niggas say I solid, but y'all probably in there snitching. Most of niggas.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's Sean here today, and I'm going to be bringing you a video. And today's topic is we're going to be talking about the faults of the tournament power. I don't think the tournament power, with Dragon Ball Super ending this weekend, March 25th, I think it's time to kind of take a look back at the last arc of the series. And the thing about the tournament of power, right, is there have been a lot of missed opportunities, or just flat out stupid shit that has happened in this arc. I still like the arc and I still watch it from time to time, but the mistakes in this arc aren't exactly un aren't exactly something you can gloss over. So I figured I just write down a short list of kind of like a lot of gripes that I had with the arc. Like I know the title is probably gonna be everything wrong with, but I don't know how I don't really have the editing to put it into like that format. But it's still gonna be just me talking about things I liked, or actually more like things I disliked, and the Tournament of Power. Comment down below what you guys didn't like in the Tournament of Power. If you agree with the things I'm gonna say, if you heard it all before, you know, just like comment down below. Let's get a discussion going. So I felt that one of the biggest gripes that I had with the Tournament of Power it was the poor power scaling. And power scaling has kind of been an issue for Dragon Ball Super as a whole. So, but I feel like this problem has just kind of reached a new high, or I guess a new low, depending on how you look at it in this arc. Now, to if I was to compare it to say Dragon Ball Z, by the Buu Saga, you had a good idea of how the characters ranked against each other. You knew Super Saiyan Vegeta was number one, Mr. Gohan Super plus Super Buu. Like Super Buu, Mr. Gohan was number two, Mr. Gohan was number three, normal Super Buu, actually no, Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks was number four, normal Super Buu was number five, and so on and so forth. You had a good idea, and for the most part, it wasn't that debatable. But when it comes to Dragon Ball Super, I mean, the shit that just happens in the show sometimes, you really can't, you can't really put a decisive, like, ranking to anything. Like, you obviously know that, okay, so Master Ultra Instinct Goku is number one. I'm referring to all non-God characters because God characters are just something of are just their own video entirely. So I'm referring to the mortals. So okay, so Goku Mastered Ultra Instinct is number one. Jiren is number two. But then after those two, it's kind of like how the hell do all these other characters rank up against each other? Because you have, you know, Super Saiyan Evolution Vegeta, you have God Destruction Topo, you have and then you have everyone in that tier, and then the tier kind of peters out with like Kefla and uh, oh my gosh, I know I can't remember this guy's name. He was the fusion of the three Universe 3 robots. I think his name was Anifa. I know I can't remember the robot's name. Obviously, you already know he was up there in in the Super Saiyan Blue tier, and that towards the high end of the characters. So that whole tier is kind of a clusterfuck. I mean, the only thing I can really say for sure is that God Destruction Topo is stronger than Frieza. But if he's stronger than Frieza, how the hell is Frieza going to be touching Jiren in full power mode? I don't get it. How, like, to give you an example of what I'm talking about. So we saw Kefla fight Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and she dogged him. Like, like seriously, she dogged him. It was even close. She was on his ass, and yet and Jiren just comes in and beats her. But then Kefla and sorry, not Kefla. I mean Kale. I don't know I can call her Kefla, but Kale was on his ass. Kale was fighting with Caulifla, and Nick, in her mastered form, which theoretically should be stronger than her Berserker one, and she couldn't even fight against a Super Saiyan God Goku, the red one. This is the same. This is the same person that was giving Super Saiyan Blue Goku a run for his money, and this was a Goku that had just fought Jiren for the first time and was tired. And I know people are like, "Oh, he held back before," and I think he did too. But I mean, you keep saying the same thing over and over again, and it's kind of like, how many times do you expect to believe that? I'm not even gonna be like, I'm not even talking about like all the episodes pre-tournament. I'm just talking about in the tournament itself. Uh, you know, and then also Goku was fighting Jiren, and before he got Ultra Instinct the first time, Jiren just wrecked his shit. Like Jiren was so strong, and he could just take on even Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Goku, no problem. Like didn't even break a sweat. Then all of a sudden, Goku, while he's fighting with Jiren the second time, it's fighting on par with him. And obviously, yes, Jiren's not at full power, but it's just like how is he not getting wrecked in the same way? Because Jiren was presumably in less power when he wrecked him the first time. So it's like how are you all of a sudden doing better now without getting stronger, or is he getting stronger within the arc? That they don't really sit there for sure. You know, and so it's kind of like what the fuck, and that's one thing I don't like about this arc is that like the power scaling is fucked. Doesn't make any sense after the first two characters I just mentioned, and the show is not gonna do anything to try to help us figure out who is supposed to be where. I mean, they don't have to, but that's just good courtesy. But anyway, yeah, one thing I didn't like is the power scaling is fucked. All right, so another thing I didn't like about this arc, which kind of is similar to the first one, but it's a little bit different, is the inconsistency. And see, this is why you don't have so many writers writing one arc or a show because they have so many different interpretations of the characters that they're writing about, and it's hard for them to come to an agreement. And what I'm talking about is the inconsistency of the characters' conditions in this arc. So, for example, all right, Goku just fought Jiren. He's tired out, and yet he's somehow fighting with Caulifla and Kale. It doesn't make any sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. Vegeta just used his final explosion technique, and I didn't even have a problem with the fact that it didn't kill him. Beerus says he's all out of energy. And then he's turned Super Saiyan Blue literally the next episode. He has enough energy when he gets eliminated to give Goku a ball of energy that helps Goku turn all the way to Super Saiyan Blue. He fires multiple, and I mean multiple, final flashes. So, like, and this is all within 2 episodes. So it's kind of like, how am I supposed to gauge this? Jiren was supposedly in his full power and took damage from 17. Same guy that was mollywhopping Kaioken Goku with no difficulty. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And the reason I put this as its own entry and then just put it into a power scaling is because these are the things that the writers are doing. Like, these are things they're telling us. The characters are the ones stating this. Because if it's one thing, if we just look at Vegeta in his base form, obviously we, as an audience, would assume that he'd be tired. But if the show doesn't actually go out, if the characters actually go out of their way to state it, then they don't technically owe us that explanation that, oh, he's tired. Whether we call it BS or not. Like, if everything I should say with Vegeta happened, but Beerus never said he lost all his energy, you could still complain. But theoretically, the show never told you that he lost all his energy. That you just assumed that. But no, they're going out of their way to tell these things, and they're not even following their own logic. And even this, and while power scaling has been a problem in all of Dragon Ball Super, this is more this is more of a problem with the Tournament of Power. So yeah, it's too inconsistent in terms of their statements and what they're actually showing me. And it's kind of like, I'm not stupid. I can clearly see that he has energy. So, damn it, just show me what I want to see. Or show me, don't tell. Because you're telling me one thing and you're showing me something else. So I don't even know what to expect. I mean, seriously. Another thing I didn't like about this arc are, I think that Universe 7 got a little bit too much shine in this arc. And what I mean by that is, I think in order for this to feel like a proper battle royale, I think that there should have been a lot of more battles taking place between different universes that didn't just involve Universe 7. Because you look at the stat sheet, and Universe 7 have so many other eliminations other than more than every other universe, and it's kind of like it's ridiculous, especially for a universe that's supposedly the second worst out of all the participating universes. Like seriously, think about it. Universe 9 eliminated by Universe 7. Universe 10 eliminated by Universe 7. Universe 3 eliminated by Universe 7. Universe 4 eliminated by Universe 7. Universe 6 eliminated by Universe 7. Universe 2 eliminated by Universe 7. And if slash 1 Universe 11 gets eliminated, they would have also been eliminated by Universe. The Universe 7 would have eliminated all of their other contestants. That is ridiculous. That shouldn't be happening. Because this is a battle royale of 80 fighters. You're telling me 80? You're telling me 70 other fighters can't get rid of 10? Especially think about all the big battles that have happened in this arc. The only ones, or slash one, should I say, that felt epic that didn't involve Universe 7 was Hit versus Jiren. That was the only one. The only one. And the only other battle that got any type of shine, period, that didn't involve Universe 7 was Kefla and Kale versus the rest of the Pride Troopers that weren't besides the big three. Those are the only two fights in this arc that got any type of love that didn't directly involve Universe 7. I think that's just too much. I think there could have been cooler matchups that you could have had that didn't always just involve Universe 7, and give time to actually develop a bunch of the other characters in this arc. Because I get that there's 80 characters, so you can't develop all of them. But, the only real fighters outside of Universe 7 that people care about are Annie Raza. I just remembered his name. Annie Raza, the top 3 Pride Troopers. I'm not going to count Universe 6 because we already had an arc with them. And maybe Ribrianne for the wrong reasons. So, I mean, you have 80 and your fans only care about approximately 15 of them. I think that's a problem. Like, for example, the Universe 10 fighter, Obuni. I thought he was really cool. He could use shadows to attack his opponents. He was fighting for his family. Gohan saw the locket. I thought that was really, really cool. I thought it was really well done. If I wish there was more things like that, going on between other universes that just didn't attack Universe 7. Maybe have two fighters between like Universe 3 and Universe 2 fighting each other, and kind of have that whole dynamic of damn, these people actually getting erased, and have it between characters that we don't know that well. Give us a reason to care about all these other characters. I don't really think the Tournament of Power did that. I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't owe that to us. But I just thought that would have been a better utilization of all the other characters. And speaking of utilization of all the other characters, I honestly think that all the human Tien, yeah, like people may not know this, I'm a massive Tien fan. And I'm about to go on a long tangent to end this video because this video is getting kind of long. Tien was wasted, man. Tien is the epitome of everything that is wrong with this show. And not Tien as a character, but the use of Tien Tien is the prime example of how not to use your characters. And you know what? I was about to go on this tangent, but I just had another video idea. So I'm just gonna leave it off of this. Yeah, the three main gripes I had with this tournament power was the power scaling, the inconsistency, and the fact that Universe 7 pretty much got most of the shine, even though we already knew them the most. So with that, tell me the three things that you like the least about this arc. If you actually watched throughout this entire video, give a like, subscribe to the channel, share it to other people that like Dragon Ball. Comment down below what you didn't like. Let's get a discussion going. Like I said, I always like to reply to my comments, get intelligent comments. So yeah, just a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna say one more time, subscribe to the channel, and remember to have a good day. Yeah, before you click that exit button into another video, don't forget to follow your boy Sean on Instagram, Ssj SeunK. It'll help me bring those followers up and experience me on a more personal level. You can DM me there, you can talk there. So yeah, just remember, follow me on Instagram. My Instagram's lit. I have more followers than that, but yeah. Follow me on Instagram!